going on, everybody? This is Esau McGraw, and this is The Heart of Sunset. It's just a podcast about anything under the sun with a male and a female perspective, and we're shooting right here in the middle of Sunset Boulevard. And this is my co-host right
Lynn
here.
Williams. Hi, y'all.
Yeah. And today we have one of the most interesting guests in the world. Is my good friend, and he's a super, super dope person, man.
I love
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for DoBoy.
Yes.
Hi, you guys.
Now,
Hello, everybody.
The world call you DoBoy
They do.
because they know you from Wild 'N Out.
They do. Shout out to Lincoln.
Yeah. So that was kind of like your introduction to the world.
Yes, sir.
Is Wild 'N Out
Mhm.
as far as the masses. But is your name DoBoy or is it like?
Well, yeah, I mean, Doughboy it came from a long time ago because actually how I named myself that because Ice Cube used to be my favorite rapper. And when Boys in the Hood came out, I was a fat kid and I looked like the kid version of Doughboy. So
Right.
I used to lie to people, be like, that was me in the movie. I was
Yeah.
a compulsive liar. Yeah. But it kind of just stuck with me and I kept it. But I was a rapper for real. The comedy was never the thing. I was a
Right.
rapper named Doughboy. Then I started doing the comedy
okay.
later. But I got the moniker from Boys in the Hood.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
And I used
dope.
to sell drugs.
Ice Cube. I mean,
Wait a minute.
In the black community.
Well, I know. Some people be
Who
like,
didn't? Who
I used to sell drugs. People be like, I used to sell drugs, but it's like, you didn't sell that many drugs.
No, I sold a few.
That's
I
why.
pushed a few packs.
Yeah.
I'm from that same city. I'm from the same city as him.
I
Nice.
never sold no drugs.
I didn't sell
I
it
was
either.
a-
It sounded good.
Yeah,
I
it
hung with the
sounded
guys
good.
that did.
I was a paper boy when I was a little
I was a
kid.
paper boy
Yeah.
in Lamb Park. That was my first job at 8 years old. And this is how
See.
old I am. I'm aging myself. When they were still delivering milk and orange juice through Crystal, me and my sister used to steal it. We was dropping off papers,
Okay.
taking the milk. We were
Okay,
terrible for the
I
community.
grew up in Sacramento, right? It's the same place he grew up. He was the paper boy in Lamb Park.
Lamb Park. I was. Right by John Cabillo. Sam Branning.
I was a paper boy in G Parkway.
Nigga, you had to ride with Blick on you. G Parkway was the hood.
I was the paper boy.
It was like the gumbo of the hood.
and-
It's like all the all stars of the gangs would
Bro.
migrate to G. I remember when I was in G Parkway, it was a dude just riding a bike and he had a gun like across his chest, like with a
Wow.
shoestring. I was like,
Mhm.
why are you wearing a gun necklace?
Bro,
Wow.
My sister used to live in G Parkway, and she was, she leveled up and got a better spot,
Mhm.
right? So we was moving her out of G Parkway, out of her old spot.
Mhm.
In the middle of moving, man, somebody stole her front door.
Wait a minute.
The front
No,
door?
somebody, Esau. The front door.
Sacramento's a different place.
Front-
No, listen.
because they knew that.
When I visited Sacramento, it reminds me a lot of Little Rock.
Yeah.
How so? They
I'm
were
telling-
banging in Little Rock.
The
Remember that whole
first
special?
time I went to Sacramento, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going to California. It's about to be like Cali.
Mhm.
But when I went to Sacramento, I'm like, this ain't what I see on TV.
It was
But it
boring.
reminded me, it's very boring.
Mhm.
But it just reminded me of Little Rock people.
Mhm.
It's a very dangerous place because
Little
there's
Rock
like
too.
the streets are like fighting for an identity. And so you got LA that kind of had like the real street presence. And then like
Right.
the Bay Area was kind of like, yeah. And then so like, but Sacramento niggas would be there like, nah, but we're the capital.
That-
And people, I don't know if you ever dealt with this in your era, but like in my era, if you told somebody you was from Sacramento and they was like, oh, the Bay, like niggas would get offended. Like, no, nigga, I'm from Sacramento. It was no disrespect to the Bay, but it was like an identity thing trying to happen.
Well,
in the
Right.
Sac kind of merged with the Bay more. It's all
Mhm.
Northern California, but
Yeah.
Sac is more the Central Valley.
That's
Right.
what I'm about
And
to
the Bay
say.
is the Bay, right?
Right.
Okay.
But like right pre when they had in like 2008, 2009, and in the full-on recession in 2010.
Mhm.
So the Bay is a lot more expensive to live in
Oh my God.
than Sacramento. As
Vallejo
far as
went-
Vallejo
rents
went
and
bankrupt.
mortgage and stuff like that.
Oh,
Vallejo
wow.
actually went bankrupt, yeah.
As a city.
So a lot of people, because Sacramento is only 1 hour from Oakland and San Fran, like an
Mhm.
hour and 20 minutes.
They
Oh, I
group,
didn't
they
know
group us
that.
in. They group us in with
Yeah,
them.
so a lot of people's like, the hell with that. I'll move down to Sac and get me a whole house.
And for cheap. And then
Yeah,
they used to
and-
come out there and
right.
insult us. And they
And get a whole house and then just commute to work every day.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Sac became the commuter city for
Gotcha.
for the Bay. And so
Right.
now all the customs and everything from the kids who moved from the Bay to Sac, that the Sac is hyphy.
Sac is dangerous. They're turned out.
Sac always been dangerous.
It's a little
but
different now, though.
It's a little different now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so and so that's why I think Sac's identity kind of merged with the San Francisco Bay Area a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so because the people I call Sacramento the Cleveland of California.
The Cleveland of California.
The Cleveland of California.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, please.
I don't understand.
Because when you're in Sacramento, right, it's just like it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Flat.
It's flat.
And then like Cleveland, you kind of got to be from there to really know what's going on there.
Who to talk to.
You gotta
that's
be from
that's what I mean about Little Rock. It's the same.
To know who's who there.
It's the same.
Because you move around and get real dangerous real quick.
Yeah.
There's some places.
But it's really the people are mostly from the South.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's very, very down to earth, blue collar, working class, good people in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like in a smaller metropolitan city like Cleveland or Little Rock. You know, it's just a lot of regular people, man. That's just out there just making it happen.
You know, because I grew up. I went to Trinity Baptist Church in Oak Park on 12th Ave.
Yeah,
and so it was like a church. That's where I grew up. I played drums, strong in the community. A lot of amazing people there. But at the same time, it's in the middle of Oak Park, and there's a lot of gang activity going on inside. So it's really like that dichotomy of both things going on, like the homegrown thing and the families and the churches. But then you go outside. You might get pistol.
The crazy thing about
outside, sir.
The crazy thing about hometown is like a lot of times you don't really like. I never really appreciated Sacramento until I left Sacramento, and so now I have a real appreciation for Sac. You know what I mean?
I don't know if would you buy a house there?
Yeah,
I don't know if I would.
Well, why not?
I was tormented there.
I could live anywhere.
I don't know. This is for Sacramento. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I just felt like
depressed.
I just felt like. I felt like I never had the support of my city.
Here's the thing.
I did.
It's not about that. Say if you buy you a new house in Dallas, it's like not like you know a whole bunch of people in Dallas. You're gonna have a whole lot of support in Dallas. You're gonna start over in Dallas.
I want to have a big house in LA.
Here's the thing. It's like when you come
with the weather.
When you come from any kind of trauma in your past or whatever, a lot of that trauma was outside your control.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So you weren't as a child and as a young man, with fewer options and less training as a human being because you were a young human. You know what I mean? You didn't have life experience and stuff like that. So you weren't really living life on your own terms. You were living life based on the terms that were given to you and what you were able to do with them in that short period of time. That's why you were in Sacramento. Then you start to grow as a person. You start to see where you want to go in life. You start to pursue those things. Next thing you know, Anthony ain't DoBoy no more. He on TV. Anthony is doing, podcasts with Russell Simmons, or Anthony is this and that, and you're not the same kid that you used to be. So I don't think about would I like to move in Sac? Hell yeah, because I would be moving there on my own terms. Living where I want to live, doing where I want to do, interacting how I want to interact, you know what I'm saying, and spending the amount of time I want there interacting with that community. You know what I mean?
What you mean like retirement type?
Not necessarily retirement,
like
but
you
just
live there now and just
well, see, when I lived there before, I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
But see, this is the thing.
I wasn't living on my own terms. I was living on my parents' terms.
You're at a level of maturity that I'm trying to get to. Because I think what it was like when I was, I was trying to come up and do my thing. It was just like, I kind of just had this, like, kind of like how you're saying, like, I had this whole thing in my mind, like, I want them to get behind me and like help me with this. But then I'm looking at it the wrong way because I don't even remember, like, well, I remember now, like, even when I first started doing comedy, I did have people like yourself. And Alex, I don't know if you're there, if you can throw up that picture for me. This would be a great segue to the picture. But like, Esau was very instrumental in my career very early. Like, I'm not talking about established DoBoys. Hey, Alex, are you still there? Can we get that picture up on the screen? I want to put it for the people so they can see too. I don't know if it's coming up. But so what it was I had just started doing comedy. I wasn't proven yet. I didn't have a name. I didn't have an age. I didn't have anything. But then you have somebody like Esau that seen something in me for whatever reason. Beautiful. And was placing me on shows with Damon Wayans Jr. and Scrunch, or just like really big Michael Blacks, and like before they were household names, and like and I want to ask you like about that, like what gave you that giving spirit? Because in Sacramento, you were like that with me, not just me, but to everybody else, and giving opportunities and sharing the platforms. What kind of led you to be like that? Because everybody in Sacramento wasn't like that. And I think that's where a little bit of my bitterness came from with other situations. But you're very helping to people. So where did that come from with you?
That came from, I don't know, I'm getting interviewed. Like he interviewed me.
Yeah, no,
I do a podcast too.
No, because I want to hear it too.
Right.
Like,
no.
I want to hear your sense of service because I like that.
Pigs get slaughtered. You can jump out by yourself if you want to, but communities are built, you know what I'm saying? And so they're built by service, you know what I mean? So if I could be a service to my comedy community, you know what I mean? It's like every comedy club needs a crowd.
Right.
So a comedy club can't do it by themselves. Every comedian needs a crowd. The club needs a crowd. You know what I'm saying? The comedians need each other. You know what I mean? So if I come to the show and I'm booked on the show and we got 200 seats, you know, I know that my persona and people will respond to me for at least 50 or 60 of these seats. I'm just saying hypothetically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, okay, and then I booked my friend over here. I was like, oh, people love him. It ain't no hate. People love him. So I'm going to give the people that I know that love my homeboy that do comedy, they think he hella funny. Hey, man, you want to do this show with me? People around here love your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I know that if I'm good for 40 seats, that'll reinforce the 40 seats I could get because now both of us are on the show. And then I know you probably good for 20 seats plus my 40 seats. Now we at 60. You see what I'm saying? So I'm bringing in the people, like-minded people who, you know, who really want to get down and help us have a great platform to do what we do.
Right. And then you even continued it though. He even continued it though. So like I was in Sacramento with a flat top. I guess we're not getting the picture. I thought it would have been a cool thing to have a visual because it was 15
I
years
remember
ago.
that flat top.
But it was back in I was 400-pound doughboy and Mikey Winfield's in the picture.
Yeah, you look like Plug 4 back then.
Exactly. The fat nigga for De La Soul.
But yeah, De La Soul. You look like your brother. You look like the other De La Soul dude.
And so then I jump out the window. Inexplicably, because that's how I learned how to swim. I just kept jumping in the deep end and not drowning. So then I moved to LA, 2009, not really knowing anything, but like, I can do it. And then there Esau is again. He's the man out here. He has, running chocolate sundaes, fresh off of Idlewild. Like Esau is like hometown hero. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's the guy that made it and we aspire to be there. So then I come out here and he takes me to the conga room. Like when I first, because he was always putting me into this.
Doing that conga room thing. And that was a time where I had just met Jamie Foxx. Right. And Jamie Foxx was cool.
I remember the conga room.
Yeah, me and Jamie Foxx are
Wilshire,
very different.
Wasn't it by Staples Center?
It was downtown.
Yeah,
by
downtown.
Staples Center. Yeah. And so, although me and Jamie Foxx are Jamie Foxx and I are very, very different people, I think some of our skill sets lie in the same areas. So we kind of vibed on that. It's like, oh, Jamie Foxx is blah, blah, blah. I always wanted to meet another singer, another comedian who sings with a band. Like I haven't really, because I used to watch, when I was a kid, bro, I used to be tripping off of like the Rat Pack, like Frank Sinatra and them. These dudes would be doing stand-up and go into a whole song with a whole band, rocking the crowd, and then stop
and
then
come
start
right back to it,
talking shit about his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Go right back in the comment. I was like, oh, that's live. And they all got on tuxedos and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like a little kid, so I kind of did that at the Comedy Store for a few years. But I really, Tommy Davidson has a few of those skill sets. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx has a few of those skill sets. There's few other comics that have those skill sets, and there's always an interesting energy and conversation with when you have people who are multifaceted.
Like hyphenates.
Yeah.
And so that was the thing. So, and like with Jamie Foxx, like even to piggyback on what you're saying, Jamie Foxx is my biggest inspiration.
But you're a hyphenate.
I am a hyphenate.
So
I started off as rapping, and he knew that about me. And he was always throwing me into these bigger opportunities that I was ready for. I'm 2 weeks into LA. He's like, DoBoy, you coming with me tonight? I'm like, where are they going? Trust me. Because he knew I was doing, and he knew because I had parodied Jamie. So, but Jamie Foxx is my like life icon, like my hero. And he knows I had parodied his song, Blame It, because he had done a song called Blame It on the Alcohol. And I would do the Weird Al shit and I was blaming on the food. I was just making it a Fat Boy song. So he takes me in there. He's like, just stay by me the whole night. Trust me, I'm going to tell you when the time is right. Just stay under my arm. I'm like, all right, I got you.
Okay.
So Jamie Foxx is this, and the reason I'm bringing this up is it was one of the top 3 highlights of my life. It's like child being born, like maybe another random thing, and then this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like virginity?
Huh? Okay.
Well,
child being born,
I remember
virginity.
when I lost my virginity.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like big.
I walked 5 miles in a cold drizzle.
You
compare Big Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, my virginity was trash too. So yeah,
really?
It was a great life moment, right? That's why I'm, setting it up like so. Then
prostitute.
I'm sitting there in the audience, and I'm like, wait. And so Jamie Foxx is up there performing songs because he had an album out, so he was like performing, and he was letting people come on stage and like do his songs. So I'm like, okay, I can. This is when we still had CDs. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, wait until he sees if there's one more. It was the last of the night. And then I was waiting with Esau. Esau was sitting there. He was like, no, not yet. He was like, I go. And so I was like, wait. So the dude was waiting, like letting other people go. So I go up there to the stage. I'm like, I want to go up there. So he lets me go up there. I remember I had some brown corduroys on and everything. So I go up there. He's like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, I want to do one of your songs. He's like, which one you want to do? I was like, blame it on the alcohol. I was like, nah, that has alcohol too. I was like, no, trust me. I think you're gonna like this. He was like, all right. He lets me start performing the song. I perform the song in front of people, and it's a comedic version.
Yeah.
He's like, so he's laughing his ass off.
Dying.
And then after the first verse, I take my shirt off.
Crowd
erupts. Jamie Foxx starts running around. I'm like, I'm gonna make it, mama, baby. Fucking Jamie Foxx knows who I am. And this nigga did that for me. And I love him so much for it because, you know, like those are the moments that when you close your eyes, you see him like,
I love that.
My fucking idol, and bro did that for me.
I tell you what.
That's dope.
Hey, I tell you,
he used to do something on Sunset too. Remember in the back room of somewhere?
I'm not for sure.
I remember Jamie doing something like amateur night or something. I can't remember, but I'll think about it later. But
man, I tell you what I like doing, and it's hilarious to me. You know what I mean? Like, what really makes me laugh is like seeing the look on your face. It's like I'm gonna introduce this fool. I'm gonna introduce this fool to his idol. I'm gonna be like, and I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna be laughing my ass off at the look on his face.
And it was just one of the biggest
and it's the best
life moments, bro.
But
that's
let me tell you something.
dope.
When you do that for like something like comics will tell you, I'll put your ass up.
Did you record it?
People recording it.
I would for this
I want to
show,
see that.
No, it's online, so I'll get this together and post.
I love it.
So they can add the video, and you can see when the crowd goes wild and Jamie Foxx. It's big.
I have to see that.
There's comedians that I put on shows, right? On like pretty big platforms, and you know the people, and I had to vouch for them.
Right.
I'll vouch for you, bro. I don't care. I'll put you up. You got a dream? Huh? You running to me? I'll give you your dream. Oh, you wanna you on the list for this show for 5 years. Some shows got like it take you 5 years to get on there. I said, for real? Hey, come downstairs real quick. Look, you want to go up and get? I'm you next.
Bro, I've been doing comedy for maybe 5 or 6 months. He let me open for Damon Wayans Jr. But to this day, I'm still cool with Damon Wayans Jr.
That's beautiful.
Here's the thing, though. Like a lot of comics think they're not ready, and they're not. But
they're right.
And they're right. And I know you're not ready. But I'm gonna put you up anyways.
Do it anyway.
I'm gonna put you up anyways. You know why? Because you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? You think you're ready, right, but you're not ready. Right? But I'm gonna put you up anyways because now you know what it is. Yeah. You're not. You wasn't ready right? Yeah, that's what gets you ready. Is
that's
knowing.
What gets you ready.
What they say? Knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
Okay, so. You want to go up? Yeah, I seen you once or twice. Yeah, you're trash.
Dookie water.
Doo-doo water, right? But that don't mean I was going to be trash.
Right.
I know I've seen a lot of people that was trash when they started. Oh, man. Like, right? So, it's like, look, you want to live your dreams? Come on. Jump up. You next. And then I put people up and they bomb.
Yeah.
Right? And then I go on. I go on after they.
Clean it up.
I don't even clean it up. I talk about them bombing. But I don't do it bad. I do it with love, though. I was like, look, man, I'll throw your ass up. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't do as good as he wanted to. He ain't do as good as y'all wanted him to because y'all wasn't even laughing. Right?
And
then they started laughing, right? They started laughing, right? But the bottom line is, we out here, we're out here, promoting and helping each other live out these dreams. These people have dreams.
Yeah.
And so you got a dream, I'll help you with it. Come on. Yeah. You next. And then you go up there and bomb. And then I tell the audience, you know what? But it's what y'all saw was history. The next time you see this comedian, they'll do a little better. And then you'll be like, I remember that person when he wasn't funny at all. Yeah. And then they'll do a little better and a little better and a little better. And then you see him on TV. And then you got this enduring story in this journey with this young comedian because you remember seeing him when he wasn't funny at all. And he bombed.
Kevin Hart.
And now he's the biggest comedian ever. And you'd be like, man, I remember seeing you at the so-and-so that night. You'd be like, and every comedian be like, I remember that night.
You speaking gospel, bro, because nobody nobody gives credence anymore to just getting better at things and having an 8-year plan to get better. Everybody wants to microwave things and just
microwave everything.
And it sucks at life because we don't even get
to,
like, you can't even start off sucking and get better. It's like, what are you doing? I've been doing it 3 weeks, sir.
Right.
Like, it's a lot.
But there's one thing that a lot of
that's
comedians.
why they can't handle it.
Well, they can handle it. They can handle it. What a lot of comedians don't understand.
I'm talking about the newer aged ones.
The newer aged ones can handle it too.
Because they want it microwave, they want it fast, and it doesn't come like that.
We all want it fast.
See, that's the thing though. Some of it, the problem is sometimes it is fast, and sometimes because with the different tools that are available, like with the social media and the Instagrams, it's like you can really get a lot of success really quick without having time to kind of go through the bows and arrows of the old school, so that you might not necessarily have the appreciation of it when you get it, you know what I'm saying, relatively too fast. But like, I'm a fan of just getting good, like just starting at point A, and to get to B, it's gonna take some time, some fuck ups, and then you get better. But nobody respects this anymore. They just want this and this.
I'm a fan of getting it.
Me too.
You know, some people get it fast. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of not having to break my back and wait 40 years. I'm a fan of that. And also, you know, I'm a fan of the process too. Yeah. I'm just a fan of getting it.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of times, to reinforce what I was saying earlier, is like I'll put comics up that might not be ready for that platform, but in the energy of going and really feeling what it really is up there in that moment, taste it.
Appreciate it.
I bet you the next time he get up there, he be ready.
And that's the thing. That's
because you know what it is. And so that's what it is just planting a seed in this young comic's heart. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know what it is. And then so now they see the truth of what it really is, and they can visualize themselves in this space now where they couldn't truly really visualize and embody the energy of what this really is. And then when you work off of what it really is when you get better.
Absolutely. I love that, man. I'm just now starting to get my journey back into stand-up, and he's there, man. He's always there at these big moments in my life, man.
Hey, man, stand-up is fun. Everybody has a different laugh. Like your laugh and my laugh are a different laugh. And so a lot of comics get psyched out. They think they're not good enough or they're not strong enough for a certain situation or something like that. But you got to realize I'm just saying hypothetically, Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin, it has a certain archetype. So he has a certain fan base archetype that your comedy might not even be talking to them. So you might go up and open for Eddie Griffin as a young comic, and you don't do that well.
And you take it personal.
You know what I'm saying? And then you take it personal. It's like, oh, I bombed. It's like your comedy doesn't even really, who are you talking to? Who's your stand-up? Who's your core audience in the beginning before you blow up and become famous and start talking to the masses? Who is your core audience that you're talking to, right? So once you pay attention to that, and there's this old saying that says, know your audience, you might just have been in front of the wrong audience. You know what I mean? You might be preaching the gospel, you know what I'm saying, and doing clean comedy. And, you know, we in Tacoma, Washington, in front of a bunch of crackheads, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, yeah, there's an orgy.
Everyone's drunk.
Yeah, and everybody, and this is a meet and greet for an orgy that's going to happen after this. You know what I'm saying? And you in there talking about it, you're talking about the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the energy was slightly off, but just keep going and your audience finds you.
Yeah,
that's where I want to be right now.
Everybody is good enough for their audience, and everybody is good enough for the people who like them. Y'all just got to discover each other.
It's just like even in dating and relationships, people always go for the chick that they can't get. Like who like you back? That's
a strategy.
You
could also get caught up with a lot of manipulators.
No, I like to like who likes me back. Like, I don't shy away from hard work or trying to woo a woman. I get that. But at some point, when you're a man of a certain age, I got some things I'm bringing to the table. If you got some things, I don't want it to just be like, oh, wait, let me impress you with the...
Well, I mean, there's something with that, though, because if you just like who like you, then you could also be setting yourself up to be a victim of somebody who could be like, oh, this motherfucker's okay, cool. I like you.
You don't think that you can also be susceptible to be a victim to somebody that don't like you and they know you like them and they know they hold that power over you?
That's what I'm talking about.
So they can act like they like you?
They can act like they like you. This is called manipulation, brother. It's called manipulation. It's called I ain't got nowhere to stay.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, people like your ass a lot when they got
Oh, yeah, they love you then.
I was just talking earlier
I done had some homeless love.
I have too.
Y'all done had some homeless love.
Oh, man, somebody who ain't got no place to stay?
Oh, I thought y'all was homeless.
Oh, man, somebody who ain't got no place to stay.
Okay, the girl was homeless.
No, I'm not talking about the girl. I'm just talking about if you're the foundational person, that means you got the spot.
Yeah,
you're the foundational.
I thought y'all was saying y'all were homeless and y'all
when
was
you're
the foundational.
When you're the foundational person, that means whoever is the person who moved in with you, that's the person who got to get ahead.
And homeless don't look like it used to.
Oh,
People think homeless is on the corner with a sign. No. Homeless bad bitches that don't got a spot.
Smell good.
And they look good as fuck.
Booty hole bleach.
Nigga. And
and
name ain't on a lease though.
I lived with this chick for 5 years and I never seen her doo-doo. Smelt no doo-doo.
That's good. I never smelled my husband doo-doo.
Now, that's a manipulator though.
That's not.
You don't really, do you really know
mine either.
how you gonna live with somebody for 5 years?
I was with him for 10 years. When we had 2 bathrooms, maybe that was it.
So y'all was just that considerate to be like, I don't want him to smell. You
know what? It's crazy. I always get guys that's not foul like that.
No, see, this is the thing. I'm not looking to smell no. I
don't really like that though. I don't really want to smell your boo boo.
No, I don't want to.
My shit don't be smelling like that. I'm regular.
But you know how some girls be like, oh, the guy here walk in on me. I don't play that.
I don't do that.
Like, I like my private time. I just feel like, okay, we're one and we're a union, but certain things you got to keep to yourself.
I'm not saying that.
I don't want to smell none of that.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not trying to walk in there and have no conversation, which is nothing. But what I'm saying is,
it's people that do that.
If you in the bathroom, right? I'm not gonna walk in there. That's your business, right? But you in there handling it. You eliminating.
One of my girlfriends said,
I don't even know when this chick eliminated. I never even. Yeah.
You're saying it's always unbeknownst to you.
I don't even like.
You're saying as a bodily function, I need to at least know that it's happening.
Yeah, she must. She's
just sitting there holding it, but you gonna die.
She went to her friend's house.
Aneurysm holding this shit.
I started to think. I'm like,
doing it. But it's like, you know, this is the thing. Being with somebody.
I'm gonna go to the store real quick. She's like, "Who you go to the store?" Ooh, I was holding this doo-doo. I'll wait for him to go to the store.
I just love that you say doo-doo.
Then you gotta come back.
A lot of people don't say doo-doo no more. Isn't it a great word?
Doo-doo is not offensive.
No, I said I like that you say it though, because I grew up saying it.
I have a strong stance.
I haven't grown up.
I have a strong stance on people. Relationship, like when you're in a relationship, and people that feel like they can come in the bathroom when you're using it.
I don't like that.
That's the rudest shit
I think it's rude.
I feel like that's the one time where I should just be able to close
the door. Let me ask you a question.
Sometimes I'm not even shitting them when I'm in the bathroom. I just
want peace.
Can I
don't want you just perusing. Get the fuck out. Yes, you have a question.
So have you experienced that?
I hate it.
It's a
hill I'm willing to die on.
If you are in the bathroom, would you take a shit in front of a mirror?
What?
Like, and sit a mirror in front of you
and
take a shit and look at your face so that you can see your own face while you doing.
No,
exactly. So my point is, why would you want anybody else to see your face and who you are while you doing it? You don't even want to see or know who you are while you doing it. So I was like, hell no, you got to get out. I don't even want to see myself right now.
Yeah. And I don't like seeing myself because I've shit before and there was a mirror thing before it, and I'm not comfortable with my thigh circumference. So I really don't want to do it. So I'm shitting and I see my thigh. My thigh was a lot. This is 468 DoBoy. There was a lot of thighs going on. Thighs spill out over it. That's why I didn't send dick pics back in the day. I didn't like cropping thigh meat out of it.
Oh, God.
You crop the thigh meat out the dick pic.
You don't want to do that. Girls be asking for a dick pic and there's a lot of thigh there.
I know.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, they got circumcised. For what? There's meat everywhere else.
You never crop thigh meat out of a dick pic?
No.
Oh, what?
Thigh meat out of a dick pic. The thighs are there too.
I've only sent one dick pic.
That's why I don't send dick pics.
And it wasn't even real. It wasn't even mine. I sourced it.
You went to Getty Images for a penis?
Bro, I'm not sending my dick around.
So how did you know which one to pick?
I just picked any random one.
You just was like,
You just Googled a dick pic?
It looked like it had two.
You know you picked the big one.
That was big.
You know you picked the big one. It was girthy.
Huh?
Was it bigger than yours?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to say it false expectations.
You know it was bigger than his.
You said 10, you could show up at 7.
It was around.
You would always get something bigger than yours.
Because you got to know.
Around the same.
You don't want to send too much.
Hey,
you don't want to send not enough.
Tell me it was around the same. Esau, you know you was going bigger.
I don't have to go bigger.
But this is the thing. Why do guys ask for pics anyway?
Pictures of what?
Like, guys are ready to be like, oh, can you send a pic? What do you want?
Because he wants to masturbate.
I don't want to see a dick pic either. I think the
He
worst
wants to
thing you can
masturbate
send
to
me
you,
is a
that's why.
dick pic.
Do you get them unsolicited?
Yes.
I don't know why niggas think they should go in DMs.
That's worse.
That's weird. I would never.
But I tell you what though,
that is
even if I didn't have the thigh meat, I would.
But this is the crazy part. Everybody says an unsolicited dick pic. Who solicits a dick pic though?
Some of them.
Women be like, send me a picture of that.
Have you asked for a dick pic before?
never ever
Women,
asked. I don't like male strippers though.
I don't like female strippers.
I love female strippers.
I don't like.
I'm
gonna tell you why I don't like
female
it.
strippers.
They be musty.
I'm gonna tell you.
No, the men be musty.
I have a true story.
Women be musty too.
This is what happened
Not
when
the
I was
ones
very
I've been
young
around.
in Sacramento. Out in Rancho Cordova at one of the strip clubs. This is a true story what happened. Me and my friend had went, and this was like, we were young, like, you know what I'm saying? We were like working like customer service jobs. We didn't have money like that. And so we're like, yo, let's go to a strip club because we were old enough to go. They didn't even serve alcohol there, but we were like, let's go. So I remember just because I remember the kind of money I was making back then. I was like, okay, I got $40. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in here and get a dance or whatever.
Yeah, you that dirty bastard that's sitting next to the guy who's getting a lap dance.
And they're like, the lap dances are $10. I got my 4 dances and I chilled. My boy, he's
that mean you didn't get no tip.
No, listen. So he got his $40 too. So we had budgeted this whole thing out. So he gets his dancer, but after the 4th one, she don't get up, and she's like flirting with him and pulling his ear and kissing his neck. He think she like him. Long story short, she gives him a lot of more dances. I can't compute how many, whatever. But whatever, long story short, however many dances they finish, he gets up. He's like, man, she must like me. Let's go. He start walking out. She gets up, walks that nigga to the ATM and was like $300 and had the security with him. And we ain't have it like that. He had to break $300. And at that point, I wasn't even 21 yet. I was like, I would never do this again because he gave it up and he ain't have it like that.
He should have said no. I didn't ask him for that.
You know you was working.
You finna get washed in that parking lot?
But that's how it goes?
Yes. He took the dances.
Oh, he took the dances.
He had the 4
So after
she just kept dancing on it for like 8, 9, 10 more songs.
Well, we had to fight.
After the dance, you gotta push him away.
You gotta be like, I'm done getting dances.
I'm done.
The more they gyrate, the more you pay.
have to pay.
And it ain't no payment plan. They need it today. You can't pay it Monday. He asked.
$300
today. It needs to be paid.
They would have had.
That's not fair.
They'd have had to watch me in the parking lot because you can't manipulate me like that. And
we was gonna get.
I used to run a nightclub. Mm-hmm. One thing I know about bouncers, they gotta live in that city and go grocery shopping too.
We wasn't tough.
I wasn't tough. I was never no tough guy. But
we just had to take the L.
My older brother was a pimp though.
Oh,
so I kind of knew that little. I was super square, but I knew the landscape.
That fucked up strip clubs for me, and I never went to.
So you had a bad experience.
And I never went back. To this day, I don't go to strip
You know what?
Miss,
PTSD.
I don't want them to even dance with me. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me give you $300, and I don't have it today. Can I give it to you Monday?
What messed up strip clubs for me is the first strip club I ever went to was in the South.
What was that about? Was they
amazing
dancing to
Atlanta?
Gospel tunes?
Man, the women was smoking cigars with the cooch. You blow the cigarette smoke out the cooch. One chick rolled up a $100 bill and put it in her cooch and then posted out to the beat.
That's not even sanitary.
It was wild, right? It was wild.
Oh no,
it was wild as hell, bro. It was dirty. It was a whole bunch of bottles, everything. It was all kind of different shows. And then they had like on the second floor, it was a glass ceiling, and there were showers up there where the girls would go and take showers in between things. So you looking up at women taking showers, right? It was a crazy situation, right?
That was in the South. What part?
Well, it wasn't in the South. It was
it was
in St. Louis. It was in St. Louis. It wasn't the South.
Okay.
So
and you can look up and they taking a shower.
Yeah, it was.
I've never just looked up and seen women shower.
Yeah, and so
interesting.
So we get back to California, right? And so my brother, like, you will go to the strip club? I was like, yeah. So, the South, you can do what the fuck you want. California strip club, you're supposed to sit there with your hands to the side.
Don't
man.
touch nobody.
I got kicked out the strip club in 5 minutes.
What you do?
I was like, what the fuck you mean I gotta put my hands to the side? I came in here to see some ass. Yeah. Rub on some ass and shit. What you mean I gotta put my hand down there? Well, fuck y'all.
But the strip club
be eating at the strip club. I'll be like, how are y'all eating wings?
Man.
No, the tacos are good at the strip club.
I'm not trying. Eating the titties is just a different thing. And I'm a fat nigga. I ain't trying to eat.
Do you know some of the best food?
I ain't trying to eat chicken and see.
I thought I would never hear you say anything like that anymore.
I don't eat food off hoes when we fucking. It's gotta be separate because I have an intimate relationship with food.
You ain't mixing it up with body oils and
this is my bag.
Cocoa butter don't go with food.
Nah, I don't.
Let me tell you something. The strip clubs have the best food.
Well, when you go to if you were in like Atlanta or Houston or something like that,
food.
you would probably have a different because the best chefs work
And
in
Miami.
some of the strip clubs.
I went to one
South.
of the best strip clubs in Miami. It was
that just
off
seems like
the
a whole
chain.
lot of emotion going on. Like you want to eat delicious lemon pepper zing, and then you're getting aroused by a beautiful woman. It just seems like a lot mind over.
Oh, you can't separate.
I need to chill out.
I went to
It's too much for you.
I want to eat or I want to see boobies.
I used to own a barbershop, right? I went to a strip club in Houston. They had a barbershop in the strip club.
So niggas is getting lined up and then getting lined up. That makes sense.
Barbershop at the strip club.
I like female strippers. I don't like male strippers.
I mean, I'm with you on that.
I think the female strippers, a lot of them, they have more talent. I love when they do the pole. I think it's an art. I think women's bodies are beautiful.
They have vaginas.
And I am so no homo, but I just think they just look good.
So
but men are goofy. They have like an animal patch on the thing, and it's like jumping around, and they boot like it.
I've never been to a male strip.
It's terrible. It's the worst.
Sure.
Do they just whip dick out?
It's quick? Like all the guys that never got a girl, and then they started going to the gym, and they became a stripper.
Let me tell you something.
And you can tell
niggas don't be knowing how to dance for real.
They be awful. It's the worst. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
But they naked.
It's right. It's horrible.
But it might be horrible to you.
Somebody like it.
But I tell you what though.
70 and up.
I used to host male strip joints.
Really?
They used to be a group of male strippers, and they would travel around the country throwing events. And this was like 300 people and up. Sometimes it'd be 500, sometimes it'd be 600. All women. Really? And these strippers are known nationally, internationally. They got their own fans. And I was just being there telling jokes and getting people to get their money out. They get their money out before the stripper even comes out and stuff like that. So I was just like, provoking the crowd.
Comedy and stripping?
Yeah, comedy and stripping. And so I'll be having, and it's all women. So I'm doing jokes and they're dying. And then I introduce the strippers. And then they come out and they do their whole thing. And then he might be on having.
That might be.
He might pick up this heavy set 400-pound chick and flip her upside down because this nigga used to be an NFL linebacker or something. And she having the time of her life. He go back there and they back there sweating and fanning, and I go out there and I start messing with her big ass. I said, "Your big ass ain't been upside down since you had some cake."
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
And have
I don't want to be eating a spicy chicken sandwich.
No, stop that.
Here's the craziest part. Here's the craziest part, though.
Let's go because I don't think you went right.
Okay,
you
got
PTSD from the $300. But you need to go when it's fun. Strip clubs
traumatic stripper disorder.
I think you should go to. I think a man should go to a strip club with his woman or with a woman.
I've done it,
and I think you'll have a better time.
For one of my husbands.
As far as the male strippers though, half the male strippers don't even want no women. They got an assistant back there rubbing them down and all that. Yeah,
a male stripper.
Half the male strippers are gay.
No, I know. Didn't they say Cisco used to do that?
I don't know.
I seen videos where
I don't know if I don't know if
I cannot say.
Most women be acting super thirsty. It's like, ma'am,
but way more thirsty than dudes.
But no.
They'd be like, nigga, you need to chill.
No, but when they're
going for it.
Those are the girls that they don't get guys. Because I've heard of this.
There's girls that don't get guys?
It's some girls, they say it's a club out here. I don't know if it's real popular anymore, but it used to be where they say the girls used to come in with like suitcase, like big bags of money. Y'all never heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
You want to hear the craziest thing?
I can use some extra money, so maybe I should learn so I can go get high.
Here's the wildest thing though.
Like I've heard they come in there with money, with briefcases full of money, and just like doing their thing.
Man.
But all the guys are gay though.
Oh, whoa, I'm not.
I think there's because I used to host these shows, right? And I was sponsored by the Men's Warehouse, so I had a different suit every time I did it, right?
The hell of a life so far.
And so it was pretty good. Thank you, brother.
You still right.
Yeah, yours ain't so bad, Mr. Been on TV for a while. And and the crazy part is, as the night goes by, you know who they want to see strip the most?
Who?
Me. Because I'm not a stripper and I'm not available. So I pretended like I was gonna do it, and the whole place goes bananas.
Well, you've been hiking, so you should be able to do it now.
What the bag gotta be for you to drop it like it's hot? What's the ticket?
Yeah, what the ticket gotta be?
What the ticket about, man?
I would love to hear this.
Well, first of all,
what's dropping it? What part is dropped? Like
for me to do a strip show?
For you to do a strip show for some
as much as I've been working out.
Yeah, nigga, you been that run. You about to be up there with you.
But DoBoy, everything off or just?
Y'all trying to get into that? Y'all trying to get into the girth life? Y'all trying to meet the girth? The girth ain't never been out like that.
Y'all
The girth is shy though. The girth is shy. The girth is shy.
Strippers, comedy, and chicken. I think that's a money maker.
Side note, you need to bring that.
The girth, I could be.
No, but side note, but in all seriousness, that what you were just talking about.
Stripping male strippers in comedy.
Stripping and comedy is everything.
That could be.
They used to do that, bro. There used to be a show and a really I think
all my friends love female strippers.
Female strippers.
Doing comedy for a while, you in traveling and being the king of the chitlin circuit. You know what I'm saying? There's several of us. We out here getting that out here, but you meet the other comics who are just like your parallels from other markets, and even guys who I call big bro. Like they've been doing it long. These dudes taught me so much, and so like I learned a lot from Damon Williams from Chicago. Damon Williams is a super smart guy. Super. You don't have the type of longevity in a career like him if you're not a smart guy and number one, a good person. But I think he used to have a show where it was a strip club comedy where he was the host.
Strip club
and
comedy
it was like the late 90s, early 2000s. He had a TV show. It was a TV show.
That's fire.
You might need to hit up Snoop's
it was stripping, and I think Damon Williams was the host of it.
That's a fire concept.
It might not have been. I can't remember if it was Damon Williams.
Snoop's wife club, the new strip club she just put down.
Snoop's wife has a strip club
downtown. It's called the Players Club.
Oh wow.
It's new, brand new.
It pops up on my feed.
And you should. You need
the bee's knees. Everyone's talking.
You should do.
Bees have knees.
They do.
That would be dope, y'all. Like that's
a great idea.
Oh my god.
Well, you remember
that's where you bring in food.
Oh my god.
Once upon a time, I did this show called on Tuesday nights at the Comedy Store in the main room called Super Tuesdays with the live band.
I used to come to that.
Do you remember?
I remember we used.
Do you remember that I had?
I remember you used the R&B live on Wednesdays.
No, but this is one thing though. This what because on Super Tuesdays I was sponsored by X-Pole too, so they make the spin poles for dancers, right? And so I also had a pole dance school, and so while the band
pole dance school,
they came in. They were pole dancing. They were pole dancing while I was singing with the live band playing. That's fire. So you got a pole dancer on stage. I'm singing. We gave a lot of magic. It's the only way we know.
But then you also used to do R&B live on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I used to host that.
That was hard. Did you ever go there?
Yeah.
That was the coldest shit in the city because
dope.
you would have the funniest. It was super hard to get on there as a comedian. You had to be super funny, but then you had like super dope established R&B artists, man.
I used to host it. I used to alternate. I used to host it a lot of times when Tank was also the host.
I remember
and
that.
So I used to host it sometimes when Tank wasn't there. And then there's a few comedians that hosted R&B Live before. D. Ray Davis was one of the hosts there. Tommy Davidson hosted it. I don't think they do that, but those guys, those are the same guys who did like the Century Club back in the day. Back before I was even old enough to go to the club. Right. So those guys have been in the entertainment promotion business for a long time in Southern California. So they're doing something. It might not be what they used to do, but them two dudes are always doing something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys have been going for a long time.
Ooh,
so I got something I want to ask. I want
to
yeah. So we're gonna do a stand up stripping.
Yeah, I'm mad though because we could have done. I would have loved to have done that at LGA. At LGA.
Stand up show a couple 2 weeks ago. I was so hurt.
I told you my car was broke down. I'm about to get a new car though. My car was broke down.
We got another one coming up. It's gonna be lit.
I'm about to get a new car. I was trying to wait to the end of the year, but oh god, I don't think it's gonna last.
Man, so listen, great conversations always at the Heart of Sunset. It's just male and female perspectives. We had a great guest today, DoBoy, Anthony DoBoy Belcher. That's how they can find you on different things, or just DoBoy.
I am DoBoy TV on YouTube. I have an amazing podcast that I do. You've been a part of it 2 times, called the Morning Cup of Dough Morning Show. We started like 12 o'clock. Even though it's a morning show because niggas get up late. And we work Monday through Thursday because niggas love a 3-day weekend. But the cool thing about it, it's a podcast and then we do a song live on the show every day.
Dope.
One of my favorite songs is Jameson Flows. So check it out. We're there every Monday through Thursday. I am DoBoy TV, IAMDOBOY TV at 12 o'clock every day. Check us out. We have good times. And check me out on I am DoBoy, all other social media platforms. We got the stand-up show that we're curating here at Petty Cash Studios. And we're just doing amazing things, man. And
I love it.
DoBoy is also
Thank you,
one of the
DoBoy.
producers, in-house producers here with us.
I do things from time to time.
so, you know.
I just try to make amazing things happen, man. And I'm proud of you guys, man. I'm hearing
love
good things
it.
about the podcast, man. So I'm excited to see some of the other footage and episodes, man. And give the world a dose of you guys, man. I'm proud of what you guys are doing, and I'm happy that you guys came to share your vision with us, so we can all go get filthy rich together.
And we thank you.
Yes.
And also the heart of Sunset, Lynn Williams.
I'm Lynn Williams. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's so much fun. I love being here with my co-star here, Esau. We go way back. Way back.
Yeah, we sound like Eddie James and BB King up here. We go way back.
We go way back.
How
Not
far
as
back?
far as you and
Back to the
DoBoy, but we
beginning
go
of
way
time.
back.
And hopefully they put that picture in post with us.
We LA.
So
LA.
if they didn't put it in before, put it in right here.
Yes.
See that picture? See me and Esau, Mikey Winfield. He won last comic stand. What was that last comic stand? He won America's
Got Talent. Mm-hmm.
Rodney Perry's done a bunch of this stuff. So man, we've been rocking for years. I love my big brother, man. We out here. Thanks for having me. Invite me back, and next time have chicken.
I'll invite you back. I will have some. We're gonna have a
pepper.
chicken taste off.
Yes.
We're gonna figure out, you know what I'm saying, who got the best chicken. And
we got chicken and strippers.
Chicken
we
and
were talking
strippers.
about this in my podcast. Really quick before we get out of here. What's your guys' favorite piece of chicken?
Piece of chicken?
Oh, that's easy.
Okay, but it's changed.
Okay.
Mine used to be breasts, but it's no longer breast anymore. Now I actually like the drumstick and the thigh.
It's juicy.
I used to do white meat. Now I like juicy dark meat. It happened overnight.
I'm thigh too. I'm thigh guy.
Like I am a thigh. Ugh.
Yeah.
Everybody be reaching for the breast.
I hated it when I was younger.
I did
never
too.
touched thighs. I was like, ugh.
And I feel like the breast is just a little too dry, even though some people can make it good, but it's something about the thigh. I love it.
You know why I like the thigh?
Is the thigh yours too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my favorite piece of the chicken. Is
so
because
good.
a lot of people think that the breast is no, it's the thigh.
Wait a minute.
That reminds me of a woman.
The thigh reminds you of a woman?
What? It's juicy.
It is juicy.
And just see how it's like a thigh is like the back of your hand. It's just like that.
No, it is the
It's like
back,
the back
of your hand.
Hell
I
yeah.
never thought of it like that. It is the back of your hand.
Yeah, it's just the back of your hand.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a whole different. I can't unsee what you just said.
Yeah, it is the back of your hand.
You ain't never put a thigh of a chicken and just set it on the back of your hand?
It is absolutely the back of your hand.
Yeah.
So we're all thigh people. Thigh guys. Okay.
Well, I'm a
I
thigh
love
guy,
thighs.
and I don't know why. It's just, it's just like you could take like the flat back piece of a nice rotisserie piece of
And you
fried
can fillet it.
chicken.
If you make it boneless, fillet it out, get that bone in there. Oh, yeah.
At Whole Foods, get the
Ain't nothing
it's
else
already
better
done for
than
you?
that. Chapel
Now
One.
I'm hungry.
Insane.
We gotta go eat later.
I'm
You picked the
hungry.
place. All right. We'll get out of here. Thank you guys. Thanks for having
Okay,
me.
thanks
So,
guys.
I'm just running y'all show.
Right.
We'll see you next week. I won't be here next week, but they will.
I know. I don't ever say next week. I say next time.
Next time.
Yeah, because next time might be,
You know
Next
what it is.
time.
next time.
Peace.
All right, guys. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
2 feet.